Hello to all of my beautiful Libras out there, and welcome to Flame of Guidance. This is a general energy pick a card reading for all of you. So feel free to pause the video if you have to. Focus your energy and allow one of these three butterflies to draw you in or call you in. And once you've made your decision, head on over to the timestamp listed below, and I'll see you there. Hello to all of my Libra pile number 1 people. Let's take a look and see what the general energy is that is happening currently in your life right now. Put this over here. Okay, let's see. I pre-shuffled all of these cards, so I am finding out with you what the general energy is. We have the 3 of Swords, the 7 of Wands in the reverse, the 8 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Cups, the Magician, and the Ace of Cups. So let me just focus and center myself right now so I can pick up on the energy and the messages. Okay, I think that what I'm getting is that somebody is tired of being emotionally stuck on either a person or a particular dream. It's almost like someone who's been like you're giving up on, like, all your hopes lost, or all hope is gone, or this isn't going to pan out, or I'm never going to succeed, or this may not work out in the long run. I feel like there's something that you drastically want to change in your life, and you feel like you just cannot. It's almost like you're like throwing your hands up in the air and you're saying, I've done all that I can and I'm just ready to move on. I'm ready to just say it didn't work out. It didn't work for either one of us, or it just didn't pan out. Time to refocus and recenter my energy and my emotions. Maybe even shutting yourself out emotionally, maybe a little bit of emotional manipulation is why. Yeah, okay, so I'm only getting a little bit of emotional manipulation because the Magician, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Cups are here, and they're clarifying the 3 of Swords energy, the 7 of Wands energy, and the 8 of Swords energy. So this is very stuck energy. It's very draining energy. It can be obsessive energy. It could also be depression energy. But it almost feels like, when you have the 3 of Swords here, it's really indicating that at one point or another you gave your all completely. You dove deep with this person, this situation. It's something that you're very emotionally attached to, and something that you feel defines you. or had maybe not defines you now, but it definitely did define you for a complete stage in your life. And all you want to do now is break free and change this vicious cycle that you're stuck in. It's almost like you want to see future, but you keep going back to your thoughts. Like something keeps bringing you back to your thoughts, which trigger your emotions. And it's like an ongoing cycle of overthinking and being over emotional, and then draining yourself out to the point of not having enough of you for anyone else. So you shut people out, and you don't show how you really feel on the inside. You manipulate your own emotions to even try and convince you that you're not hurting, or that you're not upset that this didn't work out, or that things didn't happen the way that you wanted them to. When the Wheel of Fortune shows up, it's definitely something that was destined for you to go through, but it's also a karmic lesson that you had to overcome to be able to start a new cycle in life. Something has to change. And whether it's the universe creating that intervention in your life, or whether it's a significant person or circumstance that you were placed in that you no longer have control of, it's all out of reach for you. That's usually the universe. That's destined. That's the world telling you, it's time to shut this chapter out, or to move on from this and on to the new phase. But there is definitely an emotional tie here. Maybe you even self-sabotage yourself emotionally to the point where nothing is changing and you keep repeating the same cycles over and over again, because you're letting fear trap you in action, which is what the Eight of Swords is all about. And that's, beside the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, let's pull some more cards out and see what other messages are coming through. Oh my goodness, somebody just texted me. I'm sorry, guys. Give me just a moment. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Somebody totally just texted me, so I had to go silence my phone. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I want to pull these out because these usually tie in the energies for me, because there's messages in these that allow things to resonate a little bit better. Acceptance. You are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like there were things that were out of your control that you didn't like, but now you have to let it happen. You have to accept that things have to change, and whether they change because of outer circumstances that are in control at this moment, and it's really hard for you to accept that, and this is letting you know that you have to. It's time to let that go, to release the need to constantly have to change things in life, in your life in particular, on your terms. It doesn't always work out that way. Life has its own, it has its own challenges for you, and you may not be aware of them, but they come to you in all shapes and sizes, and it's an ongoing thing with life. You never know when it's going to stop. Ownership. You acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike and learn to love them all as lessons. Exactly. So you're going to have to own up to the fact that, again, it's just the good, the bad, the ugly. It's honestly out of your hands. It's all about, okay, so I understand that a lot of people think in regards to reflection or the law of attraction, and how everything about you, your life, and your circumstances is just an outer reflection of you and how you feel and who you are at that moment in time. That is true to a specific point, up until a specific, to a limit. And I'm only saying this because not to not to diminish that concept. Sorry, I did not mean to bump the camera. Not to diminish that concept, because I do believe in the outer world being the reflection of the inner you. But there's also destiny, there's also fate, there's also the universe and karmic lessons and generational karmic debt and soul debt. And a lot of that has to interact with you and your energy and how you're reflecting your outer world with your inner emotions. There are definitely things that you have to go through that will create challenges, and whether it's you taking a risk and it going to shits, or you taking a risk and it working out, it is out of your control to guarantee the outcome is always 100% the way you want it to be, because at one point or another, the universe and destiny will take charge. When things are meant to go in a specific direction, it's only because it's falling into place, not out of place, just because it's not exactly what you wanted it to be. Action. You have the courage to express the unique loving colors of your soul. Okay, so someone definitely took a big emotional risk, a big personal risk, put their ego on the line, put their emotions on the line, and there was a change of hearts, or a complete no. Somebody was shut out completely, or just shut down. Yeah, somebody was just shut down. Like, no, I don't want. Somebody had heard no for an answer, and it's now triggering you emotionally. But, you know, whatever action was taken, that is not what you had wanted it to be. Maybe just because the action wasn't taken the way that you exactly would have preferred it to be or to have gone, it doesn't mean that it was done with bad intentions. It wasn't done against you. It was mostly done for you. Don't relinquish your power. Yeah, see, okay, so there was a hard pass here, like a serious no here. Somebody took an action that you did not agree with, and it literally ate you up alive. I don't know if it was a comment that someone said, but this looks like somebody putting their heart or wearing their heart on their sleeve and having it totally and completely broken. And it's going to cause a ripple effect where when something falls apart, another thing begins. And this new bringing of a new energy, this entire new wheel of, I don't know, karmic cycle that you're about to go into, you need to make sure that you are holding your head up high, forgiving yourself, taking ownership and accountability in your place in this specific connection or interaction. You need to come to total and complete peace with it, because you can't allow that to drain you. And I did mention draining your energy, like complete draining. I did mention that earlier when I was picking up the messages and the energy for the tarot cards. So I definitely see that there needs to be, I don't know, I feel like you need a confidence boost. Like you need a confidence booster, or what you really need to do is to remember that you here are represented by the Queen of Cups. You are in total and complete control of your emotions. And though sometimes, yes, you do have to process things by purging emotions that are not so high vibe, it doesn't make you any less than. In fact, it's more empowering and adds depth to a soul when it has gone through so much. It opens you up completely emotionally so that you can take on bigger situations in your future without even hesitating. Like nothing will faze you anymore once you've been broken and rebuilt so many times. So remember who you are and why you came here. Remember that you're worth every fucking bit of good that anybody can give to you. You're worth far more than you're giving yourself credit for. And I think you're being a little too hard on yourself. You're too stuck in your emotions and your mind to see that you are a force to be reckoned with. You are beautiful from the inside and inside out, and you are actually a very deep and beautiful person. You are very you have a magnetic soul. And I think you need to remember that, because people really love talking to you because you're so emotionally aware of yourself. And that's why the Queen of Water is here, or the Queen of Cups, and don't relinquish your power is here, because she has total and complete control of her emotions. She does cry, yes, but she realizes that crying is just purging old stagnant energy that needs to be released and let go so that things can then begin to shift. So when this shift comes through, this action to change comes through, it results in something great, like this Ace of Cups, which if the Ace of Cups is below the Wheel of Fortune, I know that you're going to surpass this and come through this fulfilled, and not in a way where you're fulfilled because you're doing what you love, but I mean like soul fulfillment, where there's growth in a lesson to the point where you feel not only more secure about yourself, but far more mature. You are now going to be a lot more strategic about your emotional connections, even if it means you being very cautious and aware of who you give those emotions to. And it may come off like you're too guarded. Don't get too caught up in the guardedness just because you once wore your heart on your sleeve. But be more open to receiving, and then of course that'll even out your emotions and allow someone else to have those reciprocal emotions. But you know, again, it's just like there's someone who once wore their heart on their sleeve. It was torn apart, dreams fell apart, wishes fell apart, whatever you were hoping for to happen. There was no grand moment of everything worked out for the best. It was like more of an emotional karmic lesson that you had to go through. Okay, let's see what else we have. Yes. Okay, so if you feel like now is the time to make okay, obviously I don't know if what I was picking up was something in the past, or if this is someone who finally made the decision to not be so caught up in themselves and their emotions, and to finally clear house and move towards what they feel suits them best, or what they feel would be better for them. This is the universe saying, yes, it's time to change these emotions. It's time. Yes, you're going in the right direction. Yes, even though it feels like everything is falling apart, it's actually falling into place. Yes, there is healing. Yes, there is movement towards something grand here, something big that can make you feel whole again. Like I was saying, there's like fulfillment happening here. But I think it's fulfillment in soul growth, like depth to a soul here more than anything. Let's see what we have. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay, so there possibly could have been a complete and total separation here between you and someone, or there could have been a complete rejection happen here between you and someone, and it put you in a place where you're like, I don't think I could put myself out there ever again. Once you realized that you need to completely change this way of thinking, this thought pattern. Once you realized you needed a clear house, your mind, your heart, you know, your soul, you needed to clear all of this energy out. You needed to move towards change, which the magician and action, the magician is telling you to do something different, to think new thoughts. It was underneath the Eight of Swords. So you need to start training your mind to believe in yourself again. And once you do that, then of course it's going to trigger this complete evolution of self, and then create new destined changes or encounters, fated encounters even, or an opportunity that is going to be very crucial to the next phase or stage of your life. And it can mean having someone new come through that is willing to get to know you and get to see you for who you really are. Maybe they'll be far more aligned for you than whatever the past person or past situation was. If this is having to express yourself through something that you personally do for a living or as a hobby or on the side, it's something that you definitely want to share with other people and openly allow yourself to express, you know, you and who you are as a person through this hobby or this endeavor. This is going to be something that you're actually fated and destined to do and to share with people and to open up and show them what you're capable of. It's something that you're very emotionally attached to and you feel really defines you as a person. I also see that coming through as a message. Wow, pile number one, this was a very deep, I feel like I'm singling one person out, like I'm speaking to one particular person, like most of this message has been for one particular person. I do hope that most of this is making sense to you. Okay, let's see. Let me fix this. This was in the reverse. So with the Seven of Wands in the reverse, it's just basically giving up. It's giving up. It's you're done trying. You're done. You're over trying. You're over it. And you're done with putting yourself out there. But again, don't stop putting yourself out there. You are not defined by how other people feel about you. That's not what makes you amazing. It's not having everyone's acceptance and love and attention and praise that makes you amazing. Remember that. You make yourself amazing. You're a badass bitch and don't forget that. Or you're a badass man. Don't forget that, you know. Ace of Cups. So it's definitely letting you know that there's definitely emotional fulfillment inside of you, and it's waiting and it's coming. It's coming for you. So don't think that things aren't going to change for the better, because they are. I think you're afraid that there's like no going back from where you came from, or there's no hope, you know, there's no newness. But with the Magician here, it's letting you know that it's all in your hands. It's all in your, literally the ball is in your court. The next phase or stage or thing to do in your life is clearly up to you. It's clearly up to you, because the Magician is here and the Wheel of Fortune is here. So things are going to change whether you like it or not, but how they're going to go is clearly up to you if the Magician is here. If you were asking a particular question and wanted a yes or a no answer, the answer is definitely yes, since we have the yes card here. But I think yes goes hand in hand with action and the Magician. I love how this just made sense. Like it all just kind of fell into place. I love that. I'm just excited about that, because I do pre-shuffle these cards. I know I don't do it on camera. I promise I'll do that on a different, but this pick a card horoscope reading, it drags on a little too long if I do live shuffling, but I will do more pick a cards with live shuffling, but it's just so cool when they all just fall into place. Anyway, so I'm going to pull some more messages here with my dice. I like to roll dice because numbers do help me with more messages, or bringing through or channeling through more messages for you. So let's see what we got here. Wow, a lot of 1, a lot of solitude. 1, 1, 1, 6, and 4. Okay. Okay, so a lot of, okay. I see a lot of solitude here. I definitely do. So you definitely have been putting yourself out there, and I think you've been singled out way too many times, like almost like shut out, or you shut yourself out. But maybe three relationships in a row were just they went to shits. You were probably abandoned or ghosted. You may have even been emotionally manipulated. There could have been maybe even like verbal abuse I'm hearing. I think there may have been toxic connections in the past where you have been felt like you were isolated, or you just were left alone and abandoned and feeling like you had a total and complete void inside of you. So I do see a lot of solitude. Even if you were in connections, you still felt a void. You still felt totally and completely alone, and there was never any depth to you and your connections. And I see like there were a lot of people around you, and even then you felt alone. You felt by yourself. You never felt like you had your soul tribe, or like you connected with the right clique. You never had your, a grounded foundation of people who you could call your best friends, or who you could open up to. And this really triggered you because you do wear your heart on your sleeve, and you're someone who's open and willing to get to know others, but people tend to shut you out and make you feel like you may not even be good enough for the clique or for the group or for everyone else in the room. But I do see that through these 3 cycles of toxic connections or relationships, or these 3 toxic cycles of situations where you weren't able to finally pursue what you were trying to do, through that there's going to be a total and complete gain. And whether it's people, finances, or resources to allow you to connect to a new soul tribe, that's what's going to happen. 6 is that gains number. It is material gains. It is also balance. It is also harmony. And it is also gaining a lot of attention from many people. So there's a lot of energy in the 6. It's also working with other people as well. So I think once you've gone through purging all of the toxicity from the last 3 years, or 3 toxic connections that left you feeling like you had nothing left. I did say draining earlier, so drained your energy completely. Psychic vampires. Once you've actually purged and realigned yourself and cleansed your aura, your thoughts, your soul, your body with diet, exercise, once you've really grown to become the best version of you, then you're going to have this cycle in your life where you're going to meet a lot of people, and they're going to influence you in so many ways, which means that you have to protect yourself and your energy, but also be open to receiving and find that connection within those 2 things in your life. And that's when you're going to find the 4, the stability, the marriage, if that's what you're looking for, that stable connection or relationship that lasts long term, or that strong connection with the right resources to allow you to start or pursue this specific goal or hobby or business that you want to. But I see more of like a relationship reading here more than anything. This is someone who's really trying to take action towards connecting towards connecting with another person, and constantly being told no, as if there's something wrong with you, but there's not. It's just a no because it's not the right person, not because there's anything wrong with you. 1, 1, and 1 remind me of like 3 of Swords here. Like I was saying about the toxic, like the 3 toxic years, or the 3 toxic, it's like the 3 swords of your particular situation or life. It's like these three circumstances, these three relationships, these three heartbreaks, the three trial and errors of yourself, your life, or whatever was making you feel so conflicted for so long. I think that totally is what you need to do. You need to purge. There's like this need to purge, express your love. I think if you are someone who needs to talk about things, or if you're someone who needs to do like workout to release, you need to express, or you need to purge this particular energy, and do it by energetically expressing it the way that it works best for you and your lifestyle. If it's like a hobby, an action, something that allows you to give flow to this energy, crying, I don't know, dancing, singing, I don't know what it is, but I think it's something that you need to do. The Magician is here because you need to do something, action. Yes, you need to step. And this is also, if this is past energy where you're now realizing this in your life and you're now taking action to follow through with this new change, because we had the Wheel of Fortune and getting to know each other. You've definitely come a long way. So you've gone through the 3 cycles, and now you're in the energy of the 6 with this getting to know each other. I did say that energy of a lot of people around you to meet the soul tribe, right? You have the courage to express the unique, loving colors of your soul. Express your love. Yeah, there's definitely a need to do something, to follow through with the right resources, or the right people, or the right relationship, or the right friendships, to find that connection that's going to last a long time. And you're going from the 3 to the 4. So stability's coming in this energetic cycle here. But anyway, beyond that, I do see the literal 333. You may be seeing that everywhere, especially with 6 beside the 3. So if you're seeing that on license plates, phone numbers, addresses, everywhere, receipts, 33364 can be a phone number, a date of birth, numbers of significance to you. If we add them together, that would be 13. Oh, there's 13. Oh my God, is it really 13? 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3 is super significant for you guys. So take that as it resonates. But 4 is coming. Wow. Okay, so my pile number 1, I am going to leave it right there. I hope this made sense in any kind of way to you. Please comment down below and let me know if it did or didn't. I don't know. Just give it to me. Give it to me straight. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this pick a card reading. I'm going to head on over to pile number 2. I hope that you have an amazing day, and I want to give you a big hug and say you got this, and I will catch you on the next one. Hello to all of my Libras who chose pile number 2, which is this yellow butterfly. This is the general energy happening at the moment in time that you happen to come across this video. Let's find out together what we have going on. I did pre-shuffle these cards, so I have not seen them, and I am finding out with you what it is that we have happening here. Okay, so we have the 10 of Wands, the Moon, the 9 of Cups, and Death. Okay, let's see what else we have. 6 of Cups, the Chariot, and the 10 of Cups. Wow, okay. This is such transformative energy. Let me just channel the messages right now. I am picking up on a couple already, but I want to center myself so I make sure to give you all of the messages. Okay. I'm seeing a transformation in a person from who they were in the past to who they are now. And I'm saying that because we have the Nine of Cups and the Death card next to the Ten of Cups, which to get to the Ten of Cups from the Nine of Cups, you have to come out of solitude, because the Nine of Cups is about personal development, personal accomplishments, personal goals, personal fulfillment, and feeling at your best. You're the most confident when you're at the Nine of Cups. It can also be something that others have noticed about you as well. So you're getting recognition for who you've become when you're in that Nine of Cups energy. And with death beside that, it's like there's this transformation or this maturity happening with someone where they're now willing to open up and go into the next phase, which is the Ten of Cups. They're ready to be receptive to not just personal fulfillment, but maybe even communal fulfillment, meaning the people around you. So if you are, if you went through a period of isolation and nostalgia with the Six of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Moon, it's like there was a period in your time or in your life, a period of time where it was a lot of unknown anxieties, stress, a lot of trying to figure things out, reflecting a lot about things that had happened that didn't go the way you wanted. And then you came out of that with the Chariot. You moved out of that energy and into the Nine of Cups energy, which is more of like fulfilled. So you're not dwelling in that anymore. You're transforming that energy and using it to broaden your horizons. You're expanding. I see a lot of expansion here. But I also see that maybe if with the Six of Cups and the Ten of Wands and the Moon, maybe someone from your past is seeing you in this Nine of Cups energy. Someone who knew you from before may see that you are now fulfilled and completely doing amazing. I mean, you may have even bought a new car, you may have had a glow up, you may have had, you definitely are showing a side of you where people are taking notice that there's something new about you. There's a new energy, there's a new physical appearance, there's something that's new about you. It could even be like a material gain, it could be a new car, a new job. It is something that is making you feel like you're on a pedestal, but not in an egotistical way. You've just surpassed a very difficult phase in life, and you overcame an obstacle, and now you're in a great place where nothing really phases you anymore. And this person in particular from the past is taking notice of this new you. They're seeing actually that since you've parted ways, you've been better off, and that's triggering them. So I'm only seeing how it's triggering them because the Moon is here and the Six of Cups. So it's somebody from your past who's secretly thinking about you, who's secretly fantasizing about you, or who is secretly spying on you and taking notice of what you're doing, where you're going, and the fact that you don't need them anymore. It's triggering them, especially with death here. It could be like an end of a cycle or an era, but then it just starts a new era, a new timeline, a new chapter, a new reality that fits you best, or that you've been wanting for yourself for a long time. Especially with the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Cups, it's like you worked so hard to be fulfilled, and you couldn't understand why it felt like such a burden, or why was it so difficult to get what you wanted. Why did you have to go through all of that? It wore you down. And then you had this revelation where in the time of pain you still worked through it, because that's what the Ten of Wands is. You're working through the pain. You're working even if it's that difficult, you're doing it. It doesn't matter. You're worn out, you're tired, but you're doing it. It doesn't matter. To get to that 10 of Cups, right? You essentially want to have that total and complete fulfillment in all aspects of your life. So you reflecting on like, why was it so hard? And then realizing, you know, this is my life. This is a new me. I'm not going to let it stop me. I'm not going to let it hold me back, is transforming you on the outside as much as it is on the inside, this new perspective that you have on life. It could just be you maturing as well. This just could be like a growth spurt from karmic lessons or karmic past connections, especially with the Six of Cups. It's like you had a friend group, or you had like a friend. You may have even had like a secret hater, because she's wearing a mask. The Chariot is wearing a mask. So there may have even been like a close friendship, if this isn't a relationship. It's someone who before you were super close to, tight-knit connection, and then you had to part ways because it was just a little too overwhelming to handle yourself and this other person's emotions with the moon here. So you decided to just cut them out completely. You may have even ghosted them with death here. So there could have been a shutting out of someone from before. If not, this is vice versa, where this other person shut you out completely. But since then, the growth spurt that has happened with yourself is so drastic that even this person, no matter who ended or what the terms were when things just kind of fell away, when all of that happened and you went through this specific growth spurt, everyone took notice, everyone around you. That's what the Chariot is saying here. This perseverance or this progression or this movement to the 10 of Cups, people are taking notice, because the 9 of Cups is recognition as well. So the 6 of Cups, with connections and friendships and maybe even a past relationship, this is everyone from before in your life, in your old phase, looking at you surpass all of these obstacles and challenges and come through as someone new, someone with a new opportunity, a new dawn, a new day. They're seeing you get this 10 of Cups. Wow, that's crazy. But I definitely do see like someone who's a secret hater, who may have been like, why do you get to do whatever you want, or why do you get this, or why do you get to do better after you've moved on from me, or why does she have, you know, the good job or the good, or I don't even think this is a good, something about you is just so big. So maybe they may be hating on you because you tend to get more attention than them when you're out in public. You tend to have that charming personality where everybody wants to hang out around you. And then this person is taking it like smug, like you're so smug, like you think you're beyond and you're really not, and people are eating your bullshit. Like this is like a hater vibe that I'm feeling in the background. There's someone from before that you disconnected from that is very bothered by your new confidence, your new weight loss, your new car, your new job, your new self, your new identity, your new hair. And it's bothering them that you're able to just move on so fiercely and effortlessly. And even though they may not have seen the struggle that you went through, because you did go through one with the 10 of Wands, you're wearing it so well that nobody would ever know that anything happened or that you were ever hurt before. This is really interesting energy. So far I'm picking up on a couple of messages. There's someone in past energy that may be watching you, or may even want to approach you now that you've come through through this big growth spurt. I see them wanting to approach you. And then I do see another energy where you have grown into a new stage and phase of your life, where you are in such a better place than before. You struggled and went through it before. You had a lot of overwhelming obstacles come your way, but you've surpassed them, and you've been able to start something fresh or from scratch that you feel suits you best. So that's also another message that I'm getting here. Okay, let's see what else we have. Patience. Evolution. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. See, before I pull the rest, I knew that there was definitely big growth in you. You evolved from, I don't know, let's just put it in a more literal term. You went from a teen to being in your 20s. You went from being in your 20s to being in your 30s. You went through a very substantial change or growth spurt. Like I was saying, evolution is another way of saying a growth spurt, because it's when you completely 180 your perspective on a particular thing, or actually let it dissipate and fall away and not really acknowledge it as something that bothers you so much anymore, that you're focused on as much anymore. You kind of let go of things that don't matter anymore. Evolution, you realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. Yeah, so you definitely don't let anything faze you anymore. And before you did, you used to just hold on to things so tightly that it was really hard for you to even grasp things, why they didn't go your way, why they didn't happen at your pace or on your time. And patience is something that you had to learn. And that's what people don't see, that though you've come to this completely new you, this glow up, people don't see that it took a lot for you to get there. And it was hard for you to have patience even with yourself, especially with the Ten of Wands. It must be like you were really hard on yourself before, or like a lot of things were thrown your way. To be able to be the king of the castle, you have to do so much. It's not just a throne that you sit on all day and eat until you're, super, super duper fat. You have to make choices. You have to fight in battle to get that throne. There's a lot to it, and there's a lot to maintain it, and you have to constantly make sure that nobody's poisoning your food and trying to get what you got. You know what I mean? It's like, you had to go through a lot of that, and that taught you to be a lot more patient. And I think with that, you've evolved and become this new version of yourself that people are like hating on you because of that. Patience, you are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. Again, transformation, evolution, death here. There's moon cycles with changes in cycles with the moon here. There's definitely a complete glow up happening here. I'm seeing a new you. And I also see that there is definitely an energy trying to come through towards you while you're on this new, I want to say, I don't know why I'm getting high horse. I'm getting somebody's on their high horse. I don't know if this is from before where you were like, this person is on their high horse and I'm just gonna like walk away from them and not give a crap about them anymore and just do my thing. And now they're coming back around going, wow, now this person is on their high horse. Like they're thinking that you're on your high horse now because you've completely evolved, and it's kind of making them butthurt that you don't need them. Friendliness. Okay, yeah, see you guys, there's definitely like a friend from the past. I was picking that up before I got this card. Okay, I swear I pre-shuffled these guys. By the way, I will do live shuffles on other pick-a-card readings. These horoscope pick-a-card readings tend to run a little bit long, so I don't like to do the live shuffle just because of that. But believe me, I pre-shuffled, and the fact that friendliness popped up here is just it's just confirming the fact that I felt a past energy of like a hater or a friend or a connection. Could be a relationship, but I feel like this is more of like haters, like you, pile number 2. There's something about you that is so beautiful and so deep, and I think it's because you've had so many obstacles happen or come across a lot of challenges in your life that not a lot of people realize. People think that you have it so easy just because of how you put yourself out there, and who you are as a person isn't exactly everything that you've been through, right? You don't show it. You don't expose all of your scars. You cover them up with makeup, and it makes people feel like you're so perfect, but they don't realize that you went through so much, and it bothers them that it's not them, that it's you instead. Okay, so friendliness, you are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. So, okay, you're definitely starting a new phase in your life where you're going to start to have new friendships and new people in your life. And this is probably why the other person is so stuck on you, or just so mad about the fact that you're moving on. It's not just the fact that you've become a new person. You've probably attracted new people. This new energy that you have within yourself is now vibrating at a frequency where you're going to pull in others who have the same energy frequency as you. So you're going to be meeting a lot of new people, and a lot of these people may be of a status or have something that could potentially turn into a big deal for you in your life. It could give you the 10 of Cups. These new people coming in can take you from the 9 of Cups to the 10 of Cups, especially with death and a rebirth here. It's like a huge, significant friendship could grow from this new you and this new energy that you're pulling into your life, and it's definitely making someone bitter. Present, you live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. Yeah, so you definitely have become a lot more patient in your life. You're a lot more present. I think this other person might be completely superficial, this person who you left, or this person from the past. Or this friendship that you parted ways from, or whatever it was that you grew out of. It felt superficial. It was very surface. It was very hollow, and it was very just shallow, you know? And I think you are such a deep person because you've had to learn how to become the person that you are now. You weren't born this way. You had to grow this way. Because of that, you have such depth to you and such beauty to you that people are way more focused on you when you speak. People are very aware when you are making a point or entering a room. There's something about your presence and who you are that pulls in people's attention. You have a way of grasping people's attention. Because there's so much depth to your soul, you pull in a lot of energy. And this is what the other person is so envious about. You're so focused in the present moment that you don't realize that people are actually paying attention to you in a particular way. You may think people are just looking at you because you're speaking, or you may think that people aren't really listening to you, but they are. And a lot of people are watching. Pile number 2. Death is an illusion. Oh my God. Okay. Death is up here and death is an illusion. So, I don't know if... Okay. This is what I'm picking up here. I'm not sure if the person from the past is returning, because death is an illusion lets me know that just because you cut ties with something doesn't mean that it's over. It may come back again and make another appearance with the rebirth, with death over here. I'm going to pull it out so you guys can see. I love it when the cards just fall into place like this. Okay, so death is an illusion and death. So for sure, I see someone coming in from before. It's like when something you thought was over is not, okay? Also, death is an illusion can signify that rebirth and new growth spurt, meaning like there's a new dawn in your life. There's a dawn to a new day, and you know, you're surpassing things. But this feels more like something that you thought was over is not. So whoever from the past here with the 6 of Cups and the moon up here, so whoever it was from before, this friendship that I was mentioning or that I felt from the past, I have a feeling this person's gonna come through into the present. Look at this, from the past to the present. Death is an illusion and death is here. So yeah, there's gonna be someone coming in with the Chariot as well here. Yeah, there's gonna be someone reaching out, coming in, you running into someone. There's gonna be this moment of like, why are you messaging me? Or I feel this feels like a show up, like someone's just gonna show up, like a physical here I am, more than a text message. It's like you thought this person disappeared, you thought this person was gone, and there they are coming in again. But this is also letting you know, like, death is an illusion, so the way that things were before may have died, but just know if we start again, it's not going to be the same. I mean, death is definitely a complete and total fatal ending to something as well. So even though it's an illusion that something is over, it doesn't mean it's going to be the same exact thing again. There's going to be a rebirth to the same energy, but it can be triggering in other ways. The patterns can be the same, but the flow of the energy can be different. So there's something here that's going to rebirth. I keep seeing like a comeback, a comeback, a comeback. Definitely someone that you're going to be shocked about as well. It could even be this hater, this person who is hating on you may out of nowhere just come up and be like, hey, what's up? And it's going to shock you and you're going to be like, what the heck? I thought you didn't like me. Okay, let's see what else we have. No. Okay, so if you had a question, a yes or no question, and you needed confirmation or you needed to have an answer, no would be the answer. But, oh, okay, I think I'm picking up what this is. So, no, friendliness and death is an illusion. So when this person comes back, you're straight up gonna be like, bye. I'm not gonna allow this energy in my life again. I'm not gonna allow this idiot back in my life again. I'm not gonna go through this again. I've moved on. I'm in a completely different place in my life. Things are not what they used to be, so I'm gonna be nice to you, but you know, it's never gonna be the same again. It's never gonna be the same again. Once something has died and then it's reborn again, it's never the same again. Like I said, there could be similar patterns, but the energy flows in different situations and into different people's lives in many ways. So I think you're definitely going to say thank you, but no thank you to this person when they come back. Who is this person, guys? This is insane. Okay, let's see what else we have. Forgiveness. Oh my gosh. Okay, I am feeling like this so strongly. Okay. So you're going to say, I'm sorry, you know, say your sorries, you're sorry, I'm sorry, we're sorry. Let's forgive each other and move on. And I think we're safe to go our separate ways. No harsh feelings. Like, we're good. I think this is definitely you saying, bye, Felicia. Like, you're so over it. You're done. You're in such a good place in your life. You don't want anything to ruin that, especially with the 9 of Cups and death here. You've transformed. You're going through this beautiful moment where you finally feel good. You finally feel satisfied, and you're just going day by day, living your life, feeling your best, not letting things faze you anymore. And then this person comes out of nowhere and you're like, God, why? Why are you giving me all this anxiety now that this person is back? Like, why? This is bringing back and resurfacing things that I had purged and that I had processed and gone through, and you know, I don't want to be triggered like this, so I'm just going to say thank you, but no thank you this time. That's a super hard pass for me. So, yeah, you're definitely going to forgive. You're definitely going to process. Maybe there still has to be this, like, final goodbye with death here, even though there may have not been a final goodbye before, which is now why death is an illusion, and there's this rebirth and having to close out this karmic cycle completely. And I think it may be you saying sorry out loud to this person for you guys to be able to completely cut ties officially. And especially energetic ties, you know, they can be hard to cut off if there's unfinished business, and I know you can do many rituals to cut them off in the 5D, but what you're trying to do in the 3D is deal with these things on your own terms and own ways, so that you can completely be rid of this karmic debt in the next lifetime. So one of the things that you would have to do is verbally and physically cut ties by saying, let's have this conversation, or let's meet up and discuss this and say, I wish you the best, Thank you, but no thank you. No hard feelings. It just didn't work out. Time to move on for the both of us. Wow. Okay, pile number 2. And the final, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. I can't, you guys. I can't. You cannot make this stuff up. This is so cool. Okay, so I guess we all knew. I definitely felt that person coming in from the get-go. How crazy. So if this is someone from before that was a friend who was a hater, they're going to be coming back. And like I said, there's definitely going to have to be an exchange of agree to disagree, or I'm sorry and I forgive you. But I don't think this is someone that you're going to be allowing back into your life. I think you're going to forgive them, and I think you're going to release them. I don't think that this is going to be something where you guys actually reunite after a long time, or where you guys end up being together. No, this isn't going to be a reconciliation where you guys find your 10 of Cups together, because I don't see the 2 of Cups here. I see the 9 of Cups here. I see you being single and looking for your 10 of Cups somewhere else, especially with Death up here. And no, it's like, no, you know, we try to make it work. We try to be cool as friends, or, you know, it's like there's a hard pass here because it's just not compatible to you anymore. You've totally grown this person out of yourself and your life. You are so new in not only yourself, but your perspective in life, your perspective on love, what you expect from someone, what you would want someone to give you. So there's a completely different you out here, and this person doesn't realize that. But the minute that you are open and talking to this person, they're gonna acknowledge the fact that you guys maybe aren't so compatible. And even if you may break their heart or their ego just a little bit, it's no longer your problem. Honestly, it's no longer your problem. Wow, so cool. Pile number 2. Okay, so I'm going to roll some dice to get a few more messages. I do like to get messages with numbers. So let's see what I got here. Wow! 6. Wow, okay. There's that 6 of Cups showing up twice. Someone from the past. 6 and 6 right here. Then we had 5 in the middle. So 6, 5, 6, 3, and 1. Look at you leaving single. Okay, so clearly, I love this. Okay. 6 here is a lot of energy. There's like a lot of energy exchanged with 6. It can be balance. It could be Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. My camera totally ran out of memory. I've been doing readings back to back, so I ran out of storage. Anyway, so I had to upload that, and now I'm back to the numbers that we had rolled out for you guys, which is 6, 5, 6, 3, and 1. So what I'm seeing here with 6 and the 6 of Cups is that clearly there is a lot of energy around you from past, present, and future. And whether it's a past friendship, past connections, you're someone that is well known around your own community. So I'm not sure if you're someone who's super social, you have a lot of friends, you have a big family, or you tend to have a lot of past relationships, you've dated a lot. This energy is literally surrounding you here in the past here. Then, of course, it's left you in a place where you had to solve issues. It was conflicting energy. It was a lot of, could be chaotic energy. 5 can be changes, unending changes, constant cycles. Could be a lot of karmic battling as well. So I think before in your life you went through a lot, okay? And that is why you've evolved to this 9 of Cups energy, because you've been through all of that. You've been there, done that with all of these people. And maybe this person in particular who's coming back, or this relationship in particular that's trying to come in or come back, you've been through enough to know that maybe there's more out there than this person. And it looks like you're wanting to create something new and different, with 1 being the ending number here. Looks like you're going to go from all of these changes in community, in people, in environment, all of these changes are going to lead you to all the right places, all the right people, and all of the right resources to then create this new life story for yourself. One is opportunity, new, also solitude. It can also be reflection and going within yourself, and starting from ground zeros, from scratch. But also this self-empowered energy of I can do whatever I want. I've been through so much. I've weighed out my options. I've been able to see what works and what doesn't for me. I've been able to see what I expect in my friendships and my connections. And I now am going to create something that's a lot better for me. So I also see 656 as either an area code, or it could be numbers of significance. You could be seeing a lot of sixes around you as well, which is gains in material. It could be gains in resources. It can also be new friendships coming in as well. 6, 5, 6, 3, and 1 can be birthdays, significant area codes, license plate numbers, addresses, however it may resonate with you. But what I mostly see here is I think you had a very busy past life, not a past life, but in the past you've had a busy lifestyle, or you just had a lot of people involved in your life and you just kind of want to do your own thing for a while. I think there was like a moment where you kind of put other people before yourself, and now you're going to turn that energy around and focus on yourself and put yourself first, which there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Wow. Okay, pile number 2, I think I'm just going to wrap it up and leave it there. I do hope that you guys did get anything, even just a little bit of something from this reading. I thank you so much for stopping by. Let's move on to pile number 3. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, all of that good stuff. And I will catch you on the next one. Hi there to all of my Libra pile number 3s. This is going to be your general energy reading. Whenever it is that you come across this video, that is this specific energy that I'm picking up on today. Okay, so let's see what we have going on. I pre-shuffled these cards, so I am finding out with you what it is that we have happening. We have the 6 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, I don't know if you guys saw pile number 2, but there was a lot of 6 going on there. And the 8 of Cups. Oh my goodness. Okay, wow. So far, Libra's theme has been a complete evolution of self, and definitely leaving things that shouldn't that just don't make sense anymore in your life. Wow, I think that's the common theme for all 3 piles so far. King of Cups, the Empress. Oh my God. Okay, Libra, here you come through, Empress. Page of Earth. Well, I'll pull the rest of these in just a moment, but first let me just pick up the energy that I have so far with these particular cards here. Okay, so what I'm definitely channeling right now is someone... Wow, okay. The 6 of Cups came out in pile number 2 as well. I'm not going to reiterate pile number 2, but pile number 3, very similar, very close energy here. We have someone who is totally wanting to reach out to you, who's been thinking about you, who's been reminiscing about you, who actually has you on their radar, and they've been taking notice of the fact that you've definitely become super amazing. You're definitely missed by this person. They see something super unique and special about this particular connection. It's almost like one that you can't let go of for some reason. You're not sure why you're so emotionally tied to this person. Can't really add it up or make sense of it, but they're definitely always lingering in the back of your mind, and I think that's what you're doing to this person. With the Six of Wands and Six of Pentacles and Six of Cups, I'm getting a lot of energy around you, a lot of attention around you, especially with the Empress. You are definitely looking good, feeling your best. Again, I'm not sure if this pile is very similar to the second one, so I'm not sure if, Libra, do you just listen to all three piles? Or if you just watched 2 and 3 because you were drawn to both of them. But there is this common theme of you are glowing up and standing out. And first of all, you are coming through here with the Empress card. The Empress can be a Libra or a Taurus. I definitely see Empress more of a Libra energy, but it just the fact that it's showing up here on your spread with 6, 6, and 6. Six of Pentacles is that card of giving yourself to others because you have more than enough to be able to do so. If not with material things, then it could be with emotional things or more of tangible things like your time, something a little more personal like that. You've been giving to many people, and many people have been doing that to you as well. So lots of energy, lots of interaction, lots of attention with the Six of Wands, and the Six of Cups is definitely people watching who have known you for a long time and are recognizing the fact that you've definitely evolved and become this Empress, and you are feeling so good about yourself, but you are also in a place where you feel so good that you're ready to move on to see what else is out there, what is next for you. Once you're in that Empress energy where you sit down and you receive so much for so long, it's almost like you want to break out of that comfort zone and go see what else there is in store, what else are the possibilities of life, especially with a curious card like the Page of Earth, who is super analytical, who is super curious about how to make things work. And it's like this new idea, this new vibe, this new energy about you, and it's coming through you so naturally and so organically. But there's someone who definitely thinks that you're super precious, and they have a very deep emotional tie to you. So maybe if it's not someone from the past that you are into, maybe it's someone within your friends group or your friendship group that actually thinks of you very highly and is afraid maybe to open up and share their emotions about you or towards you with you. But they're definitely seeing you in a completely different light than maybe what you think they are. So this could be like a secret lover. It could be like someone, not a secret lover, but definitely like a secret admirer, someone who secretly thinks about you and sees you in such a different light than you see them. So it may be a really close friend. I don't see like it's someone that you're into. Because the Queen of Cups didn't come through, the Empress came through. So it's someone who is definitely emotionally tied to you, but you may not be so emotionally tied to them. They just honor you for who you are and respect you, and have seen how amazing you are now. And listen, these energies, they're all fluid, so there's no gender with energies. So even a man can be in his Empress energy and have that receptive frequency, you know, because that's what they step into when they own the divine feminine within themselves, right? But this is making even that divine masculine and that divine feminine within themselves. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. This is more of like someone having this like deep fond over you, and you being in such a beautiful light in their eyes, and I don't think you realize that. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Forgive yourself. Okay. What happened, guys? Individuality. Yeah, there's definitely someone super unique and beautiful here, and people know that about you. You're definitely a one of a kind. Discernment, okay. Individuality and discernment, interesting. Humility, wow, okay. There we go. Okay, so there's something here with forgive yourself. It's pulling me towards the Eight of Cups. Could be that maybe there's a part of you that wishes you had done things a little bit differently. Yeah, maybe in this group that you're in, because there's a lot of attention here. Let me pull these cards down. There's a lot of energy here, okay? And so I think what happened was you may have given your time and energy. You may have spent a lot of time and energy around a lot of people, and maybe, well, I don't know, I don't think you had treated them so greatly. It's almost like you felt like empty when you had all these people around you. I don't know if maybe you had a relationship before and you got a lot of attention from a lot of people, and you walked towards the temptation, you walked towards the instant gratification, and it kind of left you in a place where you were thrown for a loop. It may have been something that made you actually learn how to humble down. Humility. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same but on different paths. So if you are trying to break free, we have discernment. You are developing the skill to distinguish love from fear and truth from illusion. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. Individuality. Okay, so I think here you were trying to see of all these energies and all these people around you. I think that you had decided to go your own way and break free from all of these energies, these people, these past connections, these past friendships, because there's something here about you that you want to regain. There's this newness with individuality, the Empress, and the Page of Earth, and then so much energy back here. There's so many people involved in this situation. So aside from seeing maybe that secret admirer, I'm seeing in many of these energies that are around you, there's something about them that is making you seek out new people or new or fresh energy. It's like you were so comfortable around these people for so long, because that's the Empress. She's just receptive mode and super comfort all the way, right? But also unique and different and beautiful. There's something about this that made you feel like you needed to break out of this comfort zone. You needed to break free. You needed to move towards something bigger. I just realized 3 is here, and then we have 666. I think 3 is a common number for this entire Libra pick-a-card. All 3 piles have had 3s show up, so I think 3 is super relevant for all 3 piles. Anyway, so again, someone must have picked all 3 piles or something, because I'm picking up on that consistent energy. However, going back to this, I do see that with all of these energies that we had with the 6 of Cups, 6 of Wands, and 6 of Pentacles, you were so comfortable that everything kind of was easy for you with these people. You know, people got to know you, and you're so comfortable with them that you never really saw anything outside of this. but you've also become aware that there's more. Like you could have this with other people, right? That's what this curiosity is that's taken over. And I think that's why you're seeking to go towards the Nine of Cups, which is why the Eight of Cups is here. You're curious to see what more there is out there, and you're in your total and complete right to do so, because whatever it is that you focus your energy on is what it's going to be bringing back to you. That's Empress energy all the way right there. She draws in what she wants, and I think you're kind of over all of this energy up here and ready to break free from it and call in new energy, and it's actually going to have a big breakthrough. Also, if you are deciding to part ways with all of these ties, you know, make sure that you're doing it in a loving way. I know it's hard to cut out something that's so comfortable and so easy, and maybe people will think that there's like this bad side to you because you don't want to be involved with them anymore, because you want to move on. It's almost like you outgrew the community that you were surrounded around, and you want to seek out more, and you think that people will judge you for that. But I don't think you should be so hard on yourself for wanting more. In fact, that's how you get growth and expansion in life, and that's how the Empress became who she was. It's because she understood that growth is important, especially when you want to receive. So, you know, you going to look and see what else there is for you that may potentially be something bigger than what you were used to. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Discernment, again, so having all these people around you has also allowed you to see what you will and will not accept in your life. Who is real and who is faux, fake or faux, right? So having that as your I don't know, as your force of power, you know, you have great discernment. You can read people real quick, especially because you've been around so many people. You've seen so many people from so many walks of life that you've been able to see, you've been able to call people out on their shit. And that's something that you carry well, but you also have to be cautious and aware of how you use that in your life. You still have to be humble enough and have the humility to recognize when maybe you're being a little too judgmental or too harsh on other people. And also, you know, you didn't just become the Empress overnight. You grew into the Empress. So don't ever forget that when you're on this new path to pulling in new energy towards you, new people. When you're seeking out the Nine of Cups, you want to do it with complete humility. Otherwise, it can fall apart, and you'll end up with the Nine of Wands instead of the Nine of Cups. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Unlikely. Okay, so I'm not sure if you were asking for a yes or no question, but we have unlikely. Yeah. I don't think that you feel the same way about this other person. If maybe you were asking about a specific person that you thought was the one that is your secret admirer, I don't think it's who you think it is. I don't think at all it's who you think you know. I think it's someone among your friends that would never, that would take it to the grave. I don't think anyone knows except this person individually that they see you in this specific light. So I don't think it's someone that you're thinking about. But also, unlikely here is letting me know that things aren't going to, I think that you're afraid to leave your comfort zone because you're afraid that things aren't going to get any better, and that they couldn't, like this, it couldn't get better than this. Like, this is pretty good. Like, I want to do my own thing and I want to sever ties with people, but I don't want them to think that I don't like them. I've outgrown them, and I feel bad, but I want to do my own thing. I want to spread my wings, and I don't want to be trapped or felt like I need to participate in anything with these people anymore. I kind of just want to be my own thing, my own self. I don't want to have to constantly go to every birthday or every dinner or see you every Sunday, or I don't know. You feel like because you're going to kind of set yourself apart from these people, that they may think less of you, but that's unlikely to happen. If you are able to step away from anything without having to be so harshly, and I know that's really hard, because once you have a connection with anyone, friendship, familial, whatever it is, to cut ties with these people when you've outgrown them is the hardest karmic growth lesson that you could ever come across. And everyone has to do it in their own way. And I know that you're very good with words, and you're very easy to listen to. So I think people will be a little bit shocked when you pull away. But also they're going to see that you are the Empress, so it would make sense. So people aren't going to hate you for it. If you're thinking that people are going to think the worst of you, that's unlikely to happen. I think what's going to happen is a shift in energy where other people get just as preoccupied with their own lives as you do. So they're not going to hate you. That's unlikely to happen. You know, I think you're thinking of the worst, and I think you're so afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone because you think it's not going to get better. But your doubts are unlikely to happen. Whatever it is that you're thinking of, worst case scenario, that's not likely going to be the outcome. In fact, it's going to be something completely different. And how you get this new energy is going to be totally opposite of what you think it is. You're not going to bring in or manifest exactly the one thing that you want, exactly how you want it, this and that. Not everything is going to be exact when it comes in, and when you pull in this new, when you manifest this new energy or new person or new lifestyle or these new people, this new soul tribe. It's not going to fall into place exactly how you would have expected or wanted it to. It's going to do so in its own time, because other people are involved in this, not just you. So things are unlikely to happen the way that you expect them to, but it doesn't mean that they're not going to follow through and happen. So be open-minded about that. Don't shut out things or self-sabotage because you are so stuck on how things should be or how things need to go a particular way. Okay, and for the final card, we have trust. Okay, again, yeah, see, I think you're thinking of worst case scenario, and you need to be a little bit more trusting with distancing yourself and this new direction that you want to head into, in this parting ways of all of these people or this job or this, you know, environment that you're just kind of wanting to freshen up. You want new, I feel like you want new vibes. You want brand new everything. You're ready for, like, let me bring in this new kingdom, this new lifestyle, this new, I just need something fresh, but I'm so afraid that it's not going to pan out the way that I want it, or that it's going to be worse. Don't do that. Don't self-sabotage. You have to trust the universe, and you have to trust your Empress energy. You have to allow the Empress to take over, so that you're able to manifest without having things to go. I mean, you don't want to be in a bad emotional state of mind when you're trying to start to bring in new energy. You don't want to be full of anxiety when you're trying to bring in new energy, because you don't want things to be conflicting when they finally arrive. You want things to be straightforward. So the more clear-minded that you are, the more likely that you are to trust in the process, and things will happen, and they'll be great and they'll be grand, you know, but they're just not going to be exactly as you want them to be, which does not make it any kind of wrong or bad or terrible. I think you need to be a little bit more open to that, so that you can then be in receptive mode, because you might have a blockage when it comes to that. So I think if you do more solar plex chakra meditations. This can definitely open you up to being more trusting. The more self-aware and self-confident you are, the more trusting you are in the universe, because confidence is what boosts your morale. It's what gives that energy a little bit more boost when you're trying to create something. When you're trying to ground and root yourself so much, sometimes you think so practically and logically that it can drag a manifestation on from happening, and then it just doesn't even, happen at all. So what you want to do is boost your confidence. So especially with the Empress here, I'm seeing a lot of yellow. You definitely need to work on your solar plex chakra. You need to do more affirmations. And I think the more solar plex meditations that you do, or chakra alignments that you do, the more in your power you will become. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is roll some dice here just to see if I get any more messages for you guys. All right, so we have 6, 1, 2, and 2. Okay, again with the 6 theme here. 6 is a huge theme, and again, I do think that you want to part ways. I think you're ready. I don't know if you've been living in the same small town your entire life. I'm not sure if it's like you've gone to school and you grew up with these people. Everybody knows you. They see you as like the person who's meant to be in their life forever. You're going to be like best friends till you die. You're going to be auntie or uncle to their kids. It's like there's this closeness with all of these people. And then you just want to break out of it and be individual with 1, 1, 2, and 2. It's 6, 1, 1, 2, 2. You're wanting to break out of your environment, of your surroundings, of the people that you're around. And it's because you've outgrown them. I do not think that it's because there's anything wrong with these people. In fact, that's why you feel so guilty. That's why you feel so ashamed to free yourself from these people, because they've done no wrong to you. It's not like they're ill-mannered or messed with you in any kind of way. Actually, they see you in this great light and as their best friend, or the person who's never going to leave their side. And I think that's what triggers you to be so afraid to let them go. Listen, if people don't want to see you grow, if people don't want to let you go, then they're definitely going to start to bring up a lot of karmic debt, and you want to avoid that. What you want to do is free your soul from any restrictions or from any karmic cycles. You want to have soul growth and progression in life. That's why we're here. And sometimes that means severing ties with even with people who you assumed would be a part of your life forever. But there's this thing where people are meant to be in your life for a phase or a stage, not for life. And that's natural, human, and normal. So be nicer to yourself about that, and do not feel so guilty for breaking out of it, for breaking free. If you want to go to a college out of state instead of the home state college, like all of your other friends, that doesn't make you a horrible person. You want expansion, you want new experiences, you want growth. And I think people may even have triggered you with fear because things are so different nowadays. Things have changed drastically in the last year or so. So lifestyles have become so different that people become traumatized or even afraid to shift or to go back to normal or to do anything different and change, and because they're so afraid of like all of these outer circumstances that are forcing them to live in fear, when you shouldn't. You should break out of that. The outer circumstances should not make you live in fear. They should make you a lot more responsible, of course, and it teaches you to have a lot more discernment in your lifestyle and what you do and who you surround yourself with. Like, you have to be a lot more cautious and careful and mindful, but it doesn't mean that you have to live in fear. That's just not the way to live at all. And I think because of that, people are kind of trying to bring fear into your mind to let them go, or to break free, or to break out of your shell, or to move away, or to move out. It's one of those things where you're just like, but I just feel like I've outgrown you, and there's nothing wrong with you. It's honestly and truly me. I need to grow. I need to go. And that's what 1 and 1 is telling me, is you want to have a time where you are just by yourself doing your own thing. No one can bother you. Nothing is in your way. You literally want to have a long period of time where you just kind of live your life on your pace, your time, and see what else there is. You want to explore. You want a new adventure. There's this starting from scratch that you're dying to do. And once you go through a long-term phase of solitude and isolation, then you're going to come into meeting someone new. It could even be 2 new people coming in later in your life. And I do see this being a compatible connection, or a compatible relationship, or just a long-term friendship. And it could even allow you to start to have options in life and expansion in life. We have 2 twice. So there's going to be 2 decisions or 2 choices that you're going to have to make after you have broken out of this environment, or moved away, or stepped out of this energy that you're currently in, and move towards solitude, isolation, and growth and expansion. That's when there's going to be 2 important decisions to be made, or 2 important connections or relationships that are going to come into your life that are going to be super significant and have a substantial impact in your future. Also, 6, 1, 1, 2, and 2 can be an address, a birthday, a zip code, a phone number, anything that may resonate with you. You may see those numbers everywhere. You may see 222 everywhere. I see more of a common thing with 3. So 3 is a big significant number for you, Libra. So, you know, again, take that as it resonates. All right, you guys, so I'm just going to leave it right here. I do hope that you enjoyed that and that you got something out of this. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. And I do appreciate you guys even taking a look at this pick a card reading. I love you guys so much. And with that said, I will catch you on the next one.